Giving people the resources and the ability to learn about how things are going in our economy is an extremely important thing. One issue that is especially prevalent in today's economy is inflation and how it affects the overall well being of the people in our country and around the globe. This economic issue affects every member of our society, and it is especially important that our citizens keep themselves well educated about this topic. In a sound economy, cost will in a general increase. This is known as inflation. While you probably won't care for that as a buyer, price growth rising moderately is an indication of a solid developing economy. The US Federal Reserve currently considers a 2% inflation rate to act as the best growth rate for the economy, which is about its present level. Be that as it may, a few financial analysts, including those at the Federal Reserve, stress the economy is debilitating, which would make inflation dip under its objective, which is something that needs to be avoided at all cost. The most recent information, which was released to the public on June 12th, implied that this might be a inflation is characterized as the changes in the cost of all of our possible expenses, ranging from a bag of a dog food to a yearly flu shot at your local pharmacy. A tool called the Consumer Price Index is frequently used to decide increase in salary or to modify benefits for retires. The year-over-year changes is the thing that we call the inflation rate. In the course of the most recent year, the cost of goods containing tobacco went up 4.6%, while the value of clothing fell 3%. Obviously, the real change in typical cost for basic items will differ from each individual based upon how they choose to spend their cash. The most recent information from the Department of Labor demonstrate on intently watched proportion of inflation was lower than anticipated in May, a stressing sign that the economy might be developing too leisurely. A moderate measure of inflation is commonly viewed as indication of a solid economy in light of the fact that as the economy develops, the demand for goods and services grows. This growth of demand pushes costs somewhat higher as provider attempt to make a greater amount of what buyers and organizations need to purchase. When inflation becomes excessively low or vice versa, a horrendous cycle can wreak havoc upon our economy. High inflation has a wide scope of negative reflection for economies. At the point when work compensation is unable to stay in the line with the inflation of retail costs, the power of purchasing of the paychecks that workers receive quickly diminishes. This causes a huge problem for households that are low income because any increase in the price of any goods or services can have very serious negative effects. Laborers request for growth in their wages and can prompt an expansion in cost of labor, bringing about lower benefits for all. These impacts of expansion can make a high level of vulnerability in an economy, promoting demands to venture from those who aim to start their own businesses. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.